Hi, third graders. Our goal for today in reading is I can notice and understand how sometimes poets place their words in a shape to show what the poem is about. Have you ever noticed that some poems have unique shapes? Look at this one. What does it remind you of? And this. And this. These poems are called shape or concrete poems. Let's take a look at this poem. As I read it, I want you to think about how the poet placed the words on the page. What shape did the poet use? And why do you think he chose that? Popsicle, popsicle, tickle tongue fun. Lick, sickle, stick sickle. Please don't run. Drip sickle, slip sickle, melt, melt, tricky. Stop sickle, plop sickle, hands all sticky. All right, so that is obviously about a popsicle, and the author wrote the words in the shape of a popsicle. Let's take a look at this next poem. This next poem is called Hide and Go Seek. As I read the poem, I want you to think about how the poet placed the words on the page. Hide and go seek. Little sister thinks that tree will hide her. It is slender, she is wider. I pretend not to see a very odd tree with an elbow and a knee. So just like how the girls or little sister's elbow and knee can be seen from behind the tree, the author takes the words and curves them around. See? Just like an elbow and a knee. Let's take a look at one last poem. As I read this poem, I want you to think about how the author placed the words on the page. What shape did the poet use for this poem? Don't simmer in the summer, slip into the shade. Shimmy through the sprinkler, sipping lemonade. Wiggle under wavy water, giggle in the sun. Summer is a special time for shady, weighty fun. Cool, 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 cool. So, if you haven't noticed, this poem is about a sprinkler. Now, another really cool thing that the author did is when they repeated those words, cool, 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 cool. If you've ever listened to a sprinkler has a certain pattern. You can hear the sounds of the water. When the author put that cool, 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 cool at the bottom, it reminds me of actually listening to the sprinkler as well. All right, third graders. So you now know that the shape of a poem can help you make a picture in your mind of the actual object the author is writing about. How many of you were thinking about a popsicle when you read or I read that poem about popsicles? How many of you were imagining a warm or hot summer day when you were running through the sprinkler? So the shape can really help us to make an image in our mind. All right, so our goal for today was to notice and understand how sometimes poets place their words in a shape to show what the poem is about. What's next? Now you're going to look at a poem on Schoology, and you're going to try to figure out what the shape is and what the poem might be about. If you choose to read some poetry today on Epic, notice how the poet chooses words or puts the words in a special shape to help you make a picture in your mind of the poem. Happy reading, third graders.